Should I be higher?
Oh, make sure you don't get my double chin. Okay,
How am I doing? Just one chin, 2, 3.
Oh, was that a good one? How many chins do I have in it? Do you mind if I just, I'm sorry, I'm just.
My double chin. It's something we hear a lot in our studio, and we hear it from everybody. People of all shapes and sizes and different ages. We can all get a double chin in our photos. I'm not a doctor, but the way I look at it is that we all have a varying degree of elasticity in our neck to begin with. And as we age, we start to lose it, everything starts to go south. It's just genetics. It's the same thing that gave me my first gray hair at 18. I was coloring my hair regularly by 25, and now at the age of I am fully embracing my gray hair and letting it grow out. 41. I'm 41. When we take a 3-dimensional face and make it into a 2-dimensional photo, our chin can start to meld into our neck and make it look like we've got more of them. So I'm going to give you a couple things that you can do while you're having your photo taken to avoid a double chin, and a couple things that your photographer can do. The first pose is called the turtle. Imagine that your shoulders are your adorable little turtle shell, and your face is your adorable little turtle face, and you're just gonna kind of reach your face out of your shell a little bit. So here's the pre-turtle and after turtling. The second is called the peach hold. Imagine you're on the red carpet before the Emmys, you're having your photo taken by the paparazzi, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone hands you a peach to hold with your neck. So here's the before, and here's one while holding that imaginary peach. The third is called the forehead push, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Imagine you're trying to hear what someone's saying, you can't quite hear, and so you kind of push your forehead forward a little bit to hear them better. And now you can push the center of your forehead forward, or you could try the corners to get like a different angle for your jawline. Experiment, see what works for you. Now, the reason I just gave you 3 different instructions on how to do what is essentially the same thing is that when we move different parts of our face, different parts of our body will follow. So even minor variations in movement can change the photo pretty drastically. For example, maybe when you did the peach hold, you unintentionally brought your shoulders up a little bit, but when you did the turtle, you brought them back to a nice relaxed position. Experiment with what works best for you. So make sure when you're smiling, you're employing one of these poses, because when we smile, we have a tendency to kind of like go backwards a little bit, and then that double chin comes back in. So think cheese forward instead of cheese back. Every face is different and can look different with even minor variations to the lighting. Move the light to a place where it can create and sculpt shadows that accentuate the jawline. Experiment to see where that is for you. Lastly, take a look at what you're wearing. Is light bouncing off of a white or light colored shirt and erasing that shadow, or making a new highlight that breaks that shadow apart and creates the appearance of a second chin? Check out the difference between a dark shirt and a light shirt here. See how the light is bouncing off the white shirt here and filling in that shadow that we worked so hard to create, and how the darker shirt is helping to maintain that shadow? That doesn't necessarily mean that the best thing to wear to avoid a double chin is a black velvet turtleneck. Remember that photography is an art form, and what works for one person isn't gonna work for another. So experiment with all the different factors we talked about today and see what works best for you. And if it doesn't work, delete it. All of a sudden, someone hands you a peach to hold with your neck. Okay.